Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel, Minimum Player Count. I am Stephanie and today we're going to be taking a look at Zen Tiles. Now, as some of you know, I have had laryngitis, so that is why my mic is now in this video so that I can talk to my loudest capability while you're still able to hear me. But without further ado, let's take a look at what Zen Tiles is and what makes this game so great. So for Zen Tiles, I'm going to be explaining how to play this game in the solo variant and also the 2-player variant. So let's start out with how to play in a 2-player game. In Zen Tiles, you'll be having these black emotion tiles that you will be selecting. All of them will be face down. One person will have the storyteller tile that is shown here that will indicate who is going first. Now, what this game is about, it's all about really reaching down and feeling your emotions and kind of understanding of what other people are feeling in a 2-player game, or multiple people are feeling if you're playing with more players. Now, this game, though it is a game, I feel like this is more of like a retrospective kind of Zen meditation type of game. It's not something where you're trying to really outwit somebody or trying to be better at it. This is really just trying to make yourself kind of like a better person of understanding other people or yourself even better. Now, when you play in a 2-player game, all of the black Zen tiles will be upside down. That one person who is the storyteller will select one tile. In this case, I have selected the tile Beautiful. So the storyteller will give a sentence or a phrase, something that will tell the other opponents when they felt beautiful. Now, you are not supposed to give any kind of emotional detail when you're giving your story. You're supposed to say, as examples are in the rule book, saying, I was having a hard time when it was raining. Now, that is giving suggestions that that is a negative feeling, and that would give somebody else the opportunity to kind of guess on what you were feeling. You're supposed to be saying something like, it was raining, as an indication of the time that you're feeling this emotion. So, as the opponent will do, they will then get 2 more tiles. All of them will be face down, and they have the opportunity to ask the storyteller questions, and these are fact-finding questions so that they can get a better understanding of how that person was feeling in that moment. Now, after they are done asking these questions, they will flip over the tiles and they have 3 options. Now, they have to select which one of those 3 tiles they believe that emotion was being felt at that time. If they are correct, they get one of these point tokens that gives the other person points, saying that you have guessed that emotion correctly. And if you are incorrect, you would get no points, and it continues back and forth just like that. Now, you also have this board that is set up, and it's a wooden board, and this is a prototype copy, so the final version that you may get will be slightly different variation to what I have here. But you have this board that you're also supposed to indicate with your storyteller token at what time you were feeling that emotion as well. So it has 0 to 11, so 0 being midnight, and it goes all the way up to a 12-hour day. So when you're playing this game, this is typically talking about the day before, when emotions you were feeling that day before, things like that. And that is how you play in a 2-player version of Zen Tiles. Now, for a solo play of Zen Tiles, this is more of an introspective, a reflection of how you were feeling. So instead of going back and forth and getting the storyteller tile, what you will actually be doing is you'll be turning over all of the black tokens that you have in front of you, and you will be selecting one at a time. And when you select that tile, you will then be saying, what point did I yesterday feel tired? And you will put that token anywhere on the board where you have felt that emotion. Now, if you place it above the board, that means that it was a positive emotion, like I was tired because I did a great workout and I felt good about that. Or you can say, I felt tired because I didn't get enough sleep, or because, my neighbors were being too loud. So that was a negative feeling. So you'll be putting them either on top or on bottom of that board to reflect your feeling. Once you have gone through all the tiles and you have retrospectively put where your emotions were feeling that day, you kind of reflect. And while you are doing this, you're also supposed to be doing it in complete silence. You're trying to really dig deep in your emotions and figure out how you actually feel, and if you had felt that emotion. If, say, for instance, there was an emotion like jealous that you didn't feel yesterday, you would then put that off to the side into a discard pile because you did not feel that emotion yesterday. Now, the point of this game is, like I said, is really just to dig deep. It's supposed to help you understand your emotions, or maybe your partner's emotions, or maybe family and friends. When I did get this game, because this is a Japanese game, they did send me some newspaper clippings of different instances where Zen Tiles was used to help with communication, which is amazing. Board games as a whole and as a community are really trying to bring people together, and Zen Tiles is really doing that with this type of game, as it is making it fun but also introspective of looking at how you're feeling. This has been put into hospitals or other places where people have sometimes trouble communicating, and this has been used as a way of communication to really say how you're feeling. Again, like I said, this could be used for couples really to understand each other a little bit better, or maybe try to get an introspective of to how they're feeling, or even to just yourself of saying, how was I actually feeling yesterday? How can I do better? How can I, make myself a better person? Things like that. In the solo play too, one other thing that I do want to mention, when you have done all the tile placements, you do have that storyteller token. So you'll be placing that token next to the emotion that you're most appreciative of, meaning that you really took that emotion or that feeling and really dug deep down and said, I appreciate having this emotion because it really helps me understand myself better, or understand what I was feeling in that moment. And the goal of this game is to, especially in the solo play, is to really just keep doing this continuously to get a better understanding of yourself and how you're feeling, and really just understand your feelings and emotions, which is very powerful. And I think they did a beautiful job with this game of how they have these components. It's a very minimalistic game, but it really does a great job of helping you dig deep into what you're feeling and what other people are feeling. Now, I like to think of myself as a very empathetic person, and this game for me, it really just hits home because it's something that I feel like I love doing. I love trying to understand other people's emotions, and this is a game that really helps with other people who maybe have a hard time trying to figure out what other people are feeling. So amazing. I think this game is really great. I think you should try it out, even though it's not necessarily, like I said, an actual typical board game. It's something that I think that everyone could get a better understanding of when you play this game. Now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching again, and thank you so much for putting up with my voice that I have right now. Hopefully this will turn out well when I edit this video. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Appreciative of. That was hard.